So one of my very favorite things to do is cuddle up with my kids in bed and read them bedtime stories. So I want to share with you a few that we've been reading with our family that I just absolutely adore. We're going to start with Ava's Spectacular Spectacles. This is about a little girl who does not want to wear her glasses, and one day in her class, her teacher notices she can't see the board and she's concerned. So she plops a big book down in front of Ava and says, "Did you know Hansel and Gretel probably could have found their way home if they had their glasses on to read the signs, and Humpty Dumpty probably would have been put all back together again if all the king's horses and all the king's men had their glasses on." And it goes through some of those stories we all know and how they would have avoided different situations if they had just worn their glasses. Ava's Spectacular Spectacles. Next, you guys, this book is probably, I can honestly say, my all-time favorite book ever. It's just simply called Boy. It is an adorable story about a town where the dragons blew down the forest, and the king got upset and he ordered his knights to go fight the dragons, and this little boy is deaf and he doesn't know really what's going on around him. He can feel it when his parents tremble or get upset and they hold him, but for the most part he doesn't know. He goes through and he starts chasing a lizard or something, and he's right in the middle of the fight and everybody's trying to get his attention and they can't get his attention, and they finally do, and he writes in the sand, "Why are you guys fighting?" And they each tell their side of the story, and they figure out it was just a big miscommunication, and in the end they end up being happily ever after all together. And I love that this little boy that can't hear is the best communicator out of everyone. That one's just simply called Boy. Okay, then we have another fun one. This one is Lemur Dreamer. The lemur's name is Lewis, and Lewis is a sleepwalker, and his friends aren't that concerned. They're really nice about it. However, one day he gets into trouble and he walks into traffic on their little main street, and his friends get concerned and they try to follow him around to see what is he dreaming about. And they follow him around and they get in all sorts of trouble on their way, and he is about to walk off of a cliff when he wakes up and tells them about his dream. And in the end, his friends get him a little gift so that he can safely sleepwalk. It's just a funny little bedtime story. Okay, so now getting a little bit older, my 6-year-old is reading she's learning to read these on her own. This is a phonics reader. These books are so fun. I love that our phonics readers actually have a story to go along with it during all of the rhymes. There are some harder words so that you can get it for older kids as well. This one is Giraffe in a Bath, and let me just tell you, this mimics my life. The giraffe is just trying to take a bath and everyone keeps interrupting, and one animal actually runs into his house, knocks his bathtub out of the bathroom and out into a river, and in the end it all ends well. These books are so much fun, and like I said, my 6-year-old is learning to read these on her own. You can get a lot in that series. You can also get a combined volume to save a few bucks. Okay, and then we have a new chapter book. This one is called Billy and the Mini Monsters. These are made for those reluctant readers. They're written like comic books with large pictures, little bits of text, and they are just a blast to read through. We have one for older kids as well. It's called Wilnuts. So there is one book in the series. Here's another one. You can kind of see how they're written with lots of pictures. And then we have a new one called Fairy Unicorns. This is about a girl named Zoe who's staying with her great aunt, and she discovers a magical world full of fairy unicorns. There are larger pictures, smaller text, but this is going to be so fun to read to my 6-year-old. Reading on their own, it would be a little bit older, but these are only $4.99. It's a killer deal. So those are some of the books that we read at bedtime. I hope that you guys found something that you like, and I will see you soon.